But all I'm going to do is just slide it onto my wrist like so. I'm going to come up here on the top, if the camera will get it, and I'm going to slide it up on top. I'm going to work that bungee all the way around, get it up on there, and then I'm going to work the secondary bungee around, just like that. And then to take out the slack, pull out on that slack, like that. And of course you can tie your little knot, and your computer is on your suit. Very easy. It's depth compensating because it is bungee. And of course you can position it wherever you need to position it. What's up, guys? It's Bryan again from Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina. If you are new to our channel, do me a huge favor. Hit this little subscribe button over here and ding that little bell as well. That way you guys are going to be notified every time we upload new content. Now I got a really cool product I want to show you today, and it has a lot to do with the Mares Sirius, but I want to show you some of the downsides to a watch style dive computer, especially this time of the year if you wear a dry suit and maybe you got really big thick cuffs, such as say a Cytec ring system on your dry suit. So I'm going to show you a couple of different products, but the one that's going to be featured here is a quick and easy upgrade to your Mares Sirius dive computer that's going to make putting your computer on and taking it off, of course, much easier when you do have those thick cuffs on your dry suit. Alright guys, so I've just got my Mares Sirius here, and you guys saw this in the video where I was changing up my backup Mares Sirius for my daughter. I was giving it to her for her birthday or whatnot, and we had changed out the straps on it. And in that video, I showed you about the extension strap that comes with these, and you can get it in many different colors, from black, red, yellow, blue, or a teal color, what they call the aqua color. And they're really simple to change out. All you got to do is just pop it off here on the back, add the extension on. And of course now, if you're diving, say, a dry suit that's got really thick cuffs on, now you've got that extra long strap to make it easier getting on and off. However, that's not what we're actually going to be looking at in today's video. We're going to be looking at a bungee mount system for this guy. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install, because it's the same principle as how these install. There's this little spring mechanism back here. You just pull back and the strap will pop on and off. So not only can you customize it with whatever strap system you want color wise, you can also put a bungee mount system on it, which I've got one here, but these do not come pre-assembled. So we're going to open up the box together, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to assemble it and how easy it is to adjust it as well, so that once you've got it installed on your Mares Sirius, you can use it anytime you need. So guys, when you get your bungee mount system, it's going to come in a box just like this here. And as I stated earlier, it does not come pre-assembled, but it's a very simple and easy assembly process. And it even does come with a set of instructions in case you need a little bit of help there. We'll go ahead and open up the instructions and show you just how easy this is. As you can see, there's simply 5 different steps here. And all we're going to do is we are going to pull the bungee out. We're going to start with a knot. Then we're going to thread the bungee through the spring mechanism. We're going to go through the other one, tie a knot, and then we're going to repeat the process. Now, to begin with, I want you to understand this is one long bungee, so you are going to have to cut it in half to whatever length. I would suggest cutting it completely in half, leaving that extra length there until you get everything installed. Then once you get it adjusted where you need it, give yourself a couple inches of play, burn the ends, and then you should be good to go. But let's go ahead and get this thing unwound here and see if we can get started. We're just going to simply undo it. We're going to pull that bungee completely out like so. And as you can see, this one is already kind of routed in there. We're going to change this up a little bit, or you can change it up a little bit if you want to. The way it is currently installed, you're only going to have adjustment on one side, and that's okay if you want to do that. You can keep adjustment on one side, or as I stated, you can actually cut this in half, this entire length of bungee, and get it wherever you need it. If you don't want to do that, of course, as they're showing here in this illustration here, where you got 2 separate pieces, then of course you can leave it as it comes. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice there's just one knot. It threads up and through, and then up and through on each side here, and then back through, and then this is your tail piece. This is going to be the working end here. So let's go ahead and get it installed and see just what it looks like, and then see any adjustment that can be made from it. So let's go ahead and find the top, and the top is right here. So we'll snap that one on very easily. Pull this one around, snap it on very easily as well. Get my fingernail under it there. All right, so now that that's adjusted, we can pull out some slack here if we need to. And all you're going to do is just work that slack on around. And this really makes it convenient when you've got those really thick cuffs on your dry suit as well. All right, so now the way it's currently routed, the only downside to this is if one part of this bungee breaks, it's just one continuous, you could still possibly lose your computer. I prefer to do it the way the instructions read here and having two separate bungees. So that way if one breaks, you're still not going to lose your computer. But let's go ahead and just get it on my wrist here. And then of course we can pull that tail in to kind of tighten it down. And we can just work that on around, pull it on around. And then, of course, you are going to get it the tightness that you need. Obviously, I would suggest doing this with your dry suit on, with the cuff, getting it into position, and then, of course, tighten it down. And you can tie you a little knot there, a little stopper knot, and it will hold it in position. And it's very easy to install, very easy to use. Now, one thing that I would consider if you're going to be doing, say, two individuals, as I stated, just like the instructions read here, two individuals, I would actually tie one just slightly tighter than the next. And if you kind of look at my arm, you'll notice it's much wider here and much thinner. Well, my suit's going to kind of be the same way because they tailor the cuffs down to a smaller point. So I would tie whichever that front edge is going to be a little bit tighter than that back edge, but you can always take up the slack there if you need to. And I'm going to actually go ahead and pull some more up here just to get out some of that extra slack. And let's pull that guy through there like so. There we go. So now, obviously, I got it to fit my wrist here, whether I was wearing a wetsuit or something like that, or just, just no wetsuit at all. But you would want a little bit extra play if you was in a dry suit. And then, of course, to remove it, and I'm just going to tie a temporary knot just to show you here. The cool thing about this bungee, you don't really have to mess with any type of say a buckle system or anything like that, because maybe you're trying to put this on after you get your gloves on, or you're trying to take it off before you take your gloves off. And with thicker gloves, obviously it can be difficult. Now I just got a temporary stopper knot there, but the cool thing is to get this off, all you got to do is just stretch on it, go up over your cuff and pull out just like that, and you are going to be good to go. Once again, you can take up some of the slack if you need to. And then when you go to put it on, simply just slide your hand up in there. You can work it up over the cuff, then work it around. You could even wear it on your hand like that. I wouldn't, but you could if you wanted to. But if you need to get over your dry suit cuff, you just pull it up over, pull your thumb through, slide it up, pull that excess out, and just like that, you are good to go. All right, guys, so I do have a dry suit on really quick. I just want to show you how easy it is to get over, say, thicker cuffs, and you can tell the difference in the size of this cuff and the size of my wrist. Sometimes it is still difficult to put on one of these longer straps, and I want to show you just how easy the bungee is to install. We are going to currently leave it in its current configuration with one continual loop. Although I do like the two loops, the principle of how this works is going to be the exact same here. But all I'm going to do is just slide it onto my wrist like so. I'm going to come up here on the top, if the camera will get it, and I'm going to slide it up on top. I'm going to work that bungee all the way around, get it up on there, and then I'm going to work the secondary bungee around, just like that. And then to take out the slack, pull out on that slack, like that. And of course you can tie your little knot, and your computer is on your suit. Very easy. It's depth compensating because it is bungee, and of course you can position it wherever you need to position it, and you don't have to worry about trying to install your dive computer over a big thick cuff by simply overstretching on these silicone straps. Now to take it off, all we do, you can undo the knot if you need to. If not, if you got enough play in it, you're just going to take that bottom bungee, work it over your cuff like that. And then here's the principle I was telling you. I prefer the two individual loops as the instructions say here. I don't like the continual looping because if one of these breaks, you've still got your dive computer, which is really nice. But once you've got that front one off, then you just work the other one around like so, and it comes off very easily. So there you go, guys. That's how easy it is to install. your new bungee strap system for your Mares Sirius. If you've already got, say, a Garmin or something like that, it's the exact same mechanism, if you will. It's just a slightly different size, different millimeter thickness there. But it's really simple to do. Pops on, pops off. You can obviously change it right back to your silicone straps when you get out of the water if you're going to be wearing it as a watch. But it makes putting your Sirius on with thick cuffs in a dry suit super easy, super convenient, and you don't have to struggle to do it. You don't have to get your buddy to help you out. It's very easy to do it, and it's depth compensating, which I really like as well. But yeah, that's the bungee strap system for the Mares Sirius. Whether you cut it and you put two pieces like I would, or you just run it as one whole piece, that is completely up to you. But let me know down in the comment section below, have you used the bungee system on your Mares Sirius, and what'd you think about it? Did you like it? Did you find it very useful and very practical for you? And if you didn't, let me know down in the comments why not. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, give me a big thumbs up. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, drop me a comment down below, and we'll have a good discussion on it. But until our next video, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.